Good evening. I am Jill Donahue. President Obama has declared Moore, Oklahoma, a suburb of Oklahoma City, a major disaster area. On October 4th, 1998, at approximately 8:37 p.m. Central Standard Time, an EF4 tornado that was 2 miles wide with wind speeds up to 200 miles per hour tore through Moore, Oklahoma. The tornado left hundreds injured and is responsible for 70 confirmed deaths. Rest assured that we are doing all we can for your community in regards to life safety, security, and keeping you informed, and we hope that the prior practice through exercises and drills are evident in this disastrous event. During this incident, social workers will be assessing what intervention approaches will be best to facilitate mutual, respectful relationships with you and your families. We will work with the community to make sure you are the one to determine solutions when addressing your material or emotional upheaval and loss, and guarantee social justice to all survivors. Social workers will also be paying particular attention to the needs of the vulnerable population, which include children, elderly individuals, individuals that are physically and mentally challenged, ethical, racial, cultural, and religious minority populations, the homeless, and the poor. We also realize that you may need legal assistance, and we are working with the Oklahoma Bar Association to have volunteer attorneys available to assist you with your legal issues from this incident. Local fire and rescue, emergency medical services, and law enforcement officers were immediately dispatched to the affected neighborhoods to deal with the issues of life safety. The mutual aid agreements that were set in place when preparing for disasters were activated, and medical units, a metropolitan response team, fire engine, and ladder trucks, a tactical rescue vehicle, a mobile command post, and law enforcement officers from neighboring jurisdictions were all requested. The search and rescue teams that were brought in per the mutual aid agreements immediately searched the rubble for injured and trapped victims throughout the night. A Moore tornado base has been established at the Oklahoma Medical Center, which is adjacent to the most affected areas. I have been named incident commander and will be in charge of developing strategies, tactics, and the order of the release of resources. I will also be conducting operations and managing all incident operations at this site. My team will work closely with Pat Jones, who is the local emergency manager, and with local and mutual aid activated paramedics, law enforcement, firefighters, police officers, and canine search and rescue teams. All of these individuals will also operate out of the Moore tornado base. Mr. Jones activated the city's emergency operations plan that was created to respond to disasters such as these. In accordance with the city's emergency operations plan, Mr. Jones sent a mass text message to key city representatives, alerting them of the situation and requesting their presence at the Emergency Operations Center, which is located in the City Hall's boardroom. Due to the initial loss of communication for the first several hours, Moore City's EOC relayed information through Oklahoma City's EOC. The team that is gathered at the EOC consists of the city manager and representatives from social services, public health, public affairs, city planning, finance, fire, rescue, law enforcement, and others as needed. This is a scary time for all of us, but please be comforted by the fact that myself and Mr. Jones are working together to enforce curfew, update residents on road status, re-entry to affected neighborhoods, emergency aid, assistance to seniors, and any progress made on preliminary damage assessments, pets, and schools. A shelter has been established at the local community college for those in need. Police are guarding entry points and patrolling impacted neighborhoods, and the press has been briefed with the number and status of the injured, the property damage, power outages, emergency shelters, mandatory evacuations, any school cancellations, information on weather protection, recovery center, water quality, vandals, looting, and fraud. Regular meetings have also been scheduled with the press throughout this event. We are now in the recovery phase, and we're working on developing, coordinating, and executing service and site restoration plans. Included in the recovery is a reconstitution of government operations and services, individual and private sector, non-governmental and public assistance programs to provide housing and to promote restoration, long-term care and treatment of affected persons, additional measures for social, political, environmental, and economic restoration, evaluating the incident to identify lessons learned, post-incident reporting, and the development of initiatives to mitigate the effects of future incidents. We are concerned with your safety and are asking that you continue to monitor your battery-powered radio or television for updated emergency information. Nearly 50% of tornado-related injuries are suffered during the post-tornado activities. Because tornadoes are often damage power lines, gas lines, and electrical system, there is a risk of fire, electrocution, and explosion. We are asking for you to follow these guidelines to avoid further hazards. Stay away from damaged buildings or structures that have not been examined and certified by an inspector. Wear hard hats, goggles, heavy work gloves, and watertight boots with steel toe and insole for cleanup, and be aware of hazards from exposed nails and broken glass. Do not touch down power lines and report electrical hazards to the police or utility companies. Try and use battery-powered lanterns instead of candles for light. Do not use generators, pressure washers, grills, camp stoves, or any other gasoline, propane, natural gas, or charcoal devices inside your home or garage due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Follow all water boil orders to avoid the risk of infection or diseases. Finally, cooperate fully with the public safety officials. On top of your safety, we are also concerned with your overall health and well-being and understand the emotional impact of this event. And this may be felt for years, and for those of you whom have lost everything, a lifetime. We suggest the following to help you through this difficult time. Take it one day at a time. Eat a well-balanced diet, drink plenty of water, avoid using excessive alcohol, medications, or drugs to mask the pain. Try to keep up basic hygiene, get enough sleep or rest, get some kind of exercise. Even walking can help relieve stress and tension. If at all possible, try and maintain some type of normal routine, such as sleeping and eating at your regular times. Talk to others, especially those who have lived through and survived similar experiences. Remember healthy coping strategies you have used to survive in past challenges. Draw upon those inner strengths and skills again. Again, please rest assured we are doing all we can, and we continue to update with you information as we receive it. Have a great night.